What do you think of all this snow we've had, eh? Get this thing, all this snow we've had. Yeah? It's alright, all this snow, but the problem is my husband, he just stands there all day looking through the window. And when it got really heavy the other night, I thought, oh, I better invite him inside the house. Those of you that wrote Sounds of Praise, I talked quite a lot about my family. And I was telling you, do you remember about my really ugly sister? She's my identical twin. She's really ugly though, she's seriously ugly. When she was born, the midwife didn't slap her bottom, she slapped both our parents instead. And then they put her in an incubator with tinted glass windows. She can't help it, can she? She's that ugly, honestly. Her husband takes her to work with him every day so he doesn't have to kiss her goodbye. He's in a cue card. So I thought this time I'd tell you a little bit about myself, okay? You know, I'm a bit more interesting than my sister. Well, I'm a teacher now, but I used to work in a toilet paper factory, believe it or not. Toilet paper factory, yeah, alright, there's lots of little jokes about that, you know, don't get bogged down or what a bum job and all that sort of thing, but no, actually, I'm on a roll now, aren't I? Yeah, no, I used to work in this toilet paper factory, but I had to give it up because it used to get on my chest. And it gave me a terrible cough, you know. For those of you that didn't see that. So I gave up working in the toilet paper factory and I went into teaching. Well, I started off working with the little ones, you know, those ankle biters. And they're alright, but they ask sort of stupid questions sometimes, you know, like, Mrs. Dale, why doesn't the glue inside the glue stick? Why doesn't it stick to the cardboard? I don't know. And they say things like, you know, if a cow sneezes, will milk come down its nose? And then there's all these fairy tales. You have to tell all these stupid, I think they're stupid, I'm sorry children, but you know, who invented stories with grown women that make friends with 7 little men? And wolves and pigs that talk? And princesses kissing frogs? So I used to have a bit of a laugh and I used to change the stories around a little bit. So one day I'm telling the story of the 3 bears to my children. They're all sitting around on the carpet. And then it's another stupid one, isn't it? These bears, they make the porridge and then they go out. Go off into the woods. Leave the door wide open. Well, open, unlocked. And this stranger comes in. And you know the rest, you start eating the porridge and all the rest of it. Well, the bears come back and when I get to this bit and I say to the kids, and Father Bear said, who's been eating my porridge? And Mummy Bear said, who's been eating my porridge? She didn't walk like that, that's just, I just felt like doing that. Baby Bear was the only one that had any sense. He said, never mind the porridge, who's nicked my GameCube and my PS2? That's my husband over there, Mike. I think you should give him a round of applause. He puts up with a lot. Hello, Mike. That's enough. Get me ready. We've been married a long time, you know, haven't we? A long time. In fact, I didn't mean to be married this long. The last 10 years I only stuck with him just to annoy him. It worked. No, people say to me, what's the secret of a long and happy marriage? I say, well, I can tell you the secret to a long one. It's children. No, seriously, none of us wanted custody of ours. Is anybody here thinking of having children, by the way? Yeah, well, if you do, opt for natural childbirth. Save that anaesthetic until the teenagers, then you're really going to need it. Right? How is it they can be sweet one minute and the next minute they've got this attitude, you know? Sweet little things. I remember my son, he said, Mummy, when I grow up, I want to marry somebody just like you. And I caught a glimpse of my husband in the corner of my eye going, no. And then they grow up and they change, don't they? I first noticed my son started to change when he was outside with our 3 kittens on the windowsill playing church. He's got our 3 kittens lined up on the windowsill. And he's got the Bible and he's preaching at the kittens and telling them how to get saved. So I left him for a bit and washing up, and the next minute I heard, meow! all this hissing and cats meowing. Look out the window, he's only baptising them all in the bucket. I said, son, don't you know that kids don't like water? He said they should have thought of that before they joined my church. I honestly think that teenagers are God's revenge on parents. Who agrees with that? Right? God's revenge. No, think about it, right? We create them in our own image and then they rebel against us. Yeah, I mean, seriously, those of you that know your Bible, when the devil was cast out of heaven, you know, it doesn't tell us how old he was. My guess, he was about 15. But he come home one day, Andrew, and good job he's not here. He come home and he got this attitude, you know, 16. And we've been arguing and fighting all day. And he come up to me, you know, like, and he goes, why'd you have me then? Why'd you have me? So I looked at him and I went, well, actually, I didn't know it'd be you. Exactly. I was hoping for somebody with a job. Anyway, he's grown up now and married, and he did all that, bringing his girlfriend home to meet us, you know. I remember the first time I met Chrysanthi, Mum. She had a safety pin here. Safety pin. I didn't even know your eyebrows could fall off. And none of them were a full shilling, you know. None of them the sharpest knife in the drawer. My son still thinks a joint account is something to do with drug dealing. It's my own fault, you know, because when he was little, I was always saying to him, don't get smart! And he never did. His girlfriend's just as bad. She thinks God's name is Harold. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. But kids, they always want to remind you how old you're getting. You know, I'm all getting a bit older, right? You know you're getting old when you bite into a piece of steak and your teeth stay there. When you feel like the night before and you haven't even been out anywhere. Seriously, my wheelie bin goes out more than me. This is how old I am. Who recognises that? That's how old I am, yeah, definitely. Well, I went to the doctors about it, you know, but actually any young people in here, you know when you're going through adolescence and you get all these sort of mood swings and things like that? Well, the menopause, it's a bit like that. Only you get told, don't you? You get told, don't worry about it, you're changing into a young woman or a young man. But when you're going through the menopause, you don't know what you're changing into. I think I'm changing into my dad.